right. Howdy everybody. It's Shovel and Shelley and Digger Dave sitting here by the campfire, just ready for another dig today. We're getting a real late start today. It's the end of June, and we've already been out today antiquing and doing other stuff, but we came to do some yard work and maybe do a little digging, huh? So Shelley's got on her steel hat.
Yeah, my Father's Day present.
I got on my steel-toed shoes. Got my chair here that Shelley wheeled me in on, and she'll carry me out once we're done. So
Yeah.
But we hope everybody's doing good. We're gonna try to dig a few things today. Yeah, oh, there's a little butterfly, come on, a little moth. But anyway, send us your comments. We'll get done here and we'll give a wrap up. We'll see what we can find anything. So we're kind of excited. Last time we were here, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Yep.
When your brother was here, I think. But anyway, we've got a spot where we were hitting some older stuff, and we're hoping there might be some more of that. So, all right, come on with us for the adventure. What you got to say? Any words of advice here?
It was nice, the couple we met, old friends of yours over at the mall on our way.
Yeah, the Lindsays from Taylorville, Jim Lindsay.
We're coming to see you soon.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Yeah, let's get digging.
Yeah, all right.
I'll probably be the one going out in the wheelchair, though.
Yeah,
my back almost went out.
All right.
You bought that from me.
All right, we're going to start off working down here in this bank where we left off the last time. I'll kind of show it here. This is the last hole that I remember digging on, and Shelley was right down in here, and I just now started chopping up into the bank here. And there's not a whole lot over here. This is into that dump where they're going to be pushing stuff off into here and filling this in. So we're just finishing this up here, even though it's not that great. We're still hoping maybe pull a few bottles out today. But anyway, there's a spoon or fork or something sticking out right here. You see the handle? That's an old spoon there. Probably was nickel-plated brass. But we'll keep that. And there's a beer bottle maybe sticking out right here. Let's see what that one is. Oh, it's embossed from Peoria. Well, the sun's shining in here, isn't it? Lizy Peoria. Real famous brewery from Peoria. It is a hand-blown one, though. Looks like, maybe. Yeah, no. I think it's machine-made. Oh, well, it's pre-prohibition. 1918 or so. All right, so anyway, that's where we're going to be at. We're going to dig in here, chop into this bank. There's 3 hackberry trees up in here, and those are just tough. Or at least that one here on the right's a hackberry. Maybe a couple elms there, but there should have been some mushrooms around there. Well, maybe next year. But we're going to be getting into root systems here, but we're not going to go too much. We're just going to go what we can up there, and then we're going to start working back this other way here. And you can see down in there where we'd been digging before. So that's what we're going to do. And anyway, we'll see what else we can find here right away. We'll show. And Shelley, she started a little fire up there. She's come down to help dig here. Yeah, look what she's got going already here. It's like a little brown jug.
Wow.
Sticking out of there in the jug dump.
That's got a widen
Oh,
now.
it does. Yeah.
Oh, see if the handle's there.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it whole? All right.
It is.
Yay! Look at there. Shelley pulls out a nice wide mouth, like a molasses jug, we call them. Still got roots coming out of it.
It's all there.
Yeah, looks like a nice one. All right. Shelley pulls out the
That's a good color.
little brown jug in the jug dump.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah, and just before she got here, pulled this out. It's a nice beer bottle, fairly scarce one from Keokuk, Iowa. It's called Peckstein and Nagel Company. And it's a hand-blown crown top beer. Got ABCO on the bottom, but yeah, that's a nice one. Good. And then another beer, so it's like a beer hole here. Another Lizy, so we got 2 of those Lizys already. We're just getting started. So.
I thought that was something.
Oh yeah, a whiskey flask there, and all these little 1903 or 1905 dried beef or jelly glass. All right, well, Shelley's going to keep going there. I'm going to set this aside over here. So, all right, well, we're getting a good little start.
Yeah.
We've been out a few minutes here, just getting cleared off. We're going to try to save this little tree here if we can. Sometimes we can't really save the trees, but that's a little elm tree there. And I'm going to stop going this direction, so we're going to call that basically good enough here. So if somebody comes back to the jug dump, probably 10 years from now, that little tiny tree there will probably be growing into a great big one like one of those, huh? Yep. We've had a lot of rain here in Illinois, and the creek here is quite a ways up. Usually it's not that high up. I'm going to walk down here just a little bit and show it. It's flowing through there. Paul had a gig Saturday night scheduled over in Carrollton, Illinois. And a little bar and grill there, and it got canceled the last minute because it was flooding. The creek or something that sits on there, the river, it's flooding out of its bank, so they canceled that. But it's quiet, it's peaceful. Shelley's going to dig out something else good here.
Maybe right now.
Really? You got something going?
Right here, look at there.
Hey, what is that?
Looks like a lid.
Oh, it's a lid, isn't it? Yeah, it's a chamber pot lid, isn't it?
One big old chip.
Yeah, lid's gone. Top.
That's nice to know.
Yeah. Hey, it still works as a frisbee. You might need a 120-year-old frisbee. Oh, okay. Shelley's going to keep it, so. All right, we'll put it over here in Shelley's paw.
Bunny.
Yeah. All right.
See what else is in that layer.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a good layer, huh?
Good little spot there.
Broken bottle.
We were digging right over here to your left. The last time when we stopped, pulled out a couple fruit jars.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay.
Hey, I see a plate or something sticking out over there.
Oh. Oh, I do see it. Here, you want the shovel?
Yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead.
I can't move as fast as
Oh,
you.
you sure? Okay.
Yes.
Here, you can do the recording now.
Have a little bit of a...
Dig that out. Shelley's hurt her back at work a little bit. All right, let's see what that is. Oh, it's stuck up in the roots here. Oh, it's broken anyway.
I see it. Oh,
Yeah,
well.
it's just a broken plate. It
It
had
nice.
pretty little flowers on it. Back mark. Johnson Brothers, England. Probably early 1900.
All right.
All right, well, we're going to keep it going. All right, Shelley's been undermining down there a little bit. A couple things, a little half-pint whiskey flask and a little slick medicine with measurements on it. And a unembossed hand-blown medicine, but on the bottom it says Battle and Company, which is out of St. Louis, Missouri, and that one had papine in it, which was a opium morphine product. And we just now pulled out a ball mason fruit jar hole, and she's working on another one over here, it looks like.
Yeah.
Let me go see if I get around to this side and better angle. There we go. I'll get beside that big root there. All right, let's see what those are. She's got a bottle. That looks like a jar.
Yeah. Oh,
There's that one.
a Duffy.
Hey, all right. I like those.
Yeah.
I know they're common, but man, it's a cool looking bottle. Duffy malt whiskey.
See what this one is.
We got a, looks like a jar or a big bottle. I thought I seen embossing on it though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's one of those.
Is it?
Mason's
Stuck in there, isn't it? We're sure hitting the fruit jars right in this spot, so I think we're going to find a really good one eventually if we keep digging enough. And they're whole. Look at that. Look at that. All right.
Nice.
Half gallon. Is it a Mason's 1858?
Yeah.
Looked like it. It sure is.
I don't know where our brush is. Probably up there.
Yeah. Where's your brush at?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Cool. It's a Mason's Pat, November 30th, 1858.
Yeah. We like
right.
jars. I found something metal.
Oh
Hard to
yeah, it's like a handle or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, Shelley went up there to tend to the fire. Just going to show a couple other little things I just pulled out. right after she pulled out that Mason's Hero Cross half-gallon fruit jar, hit this lid, which is a real old one. It was a CFJ, Consolidated Fruit Jar Company out of Philadelphia. It's one of the early jar lids with a little lug on the side. That's how you can tell a lot of the older zinc lids, they've got like the little lug to help them get the lid off. You know, when engage with the jar wrench. But that's how you can tell if you're looking at lids like that. You don't know which is the oldest ones. Always look for that little lug. But all right, anyway, well, that CFJ, that's Consolidated Fruit Jar. That's 1880s. That's a really old lid. All right, and then another nice find was a little Gillett's High Grade Extract with the Owl on the Moon. I just love those. Oh, I've never tired of digging those. Those and Duffy Malt whiskeys. We find them, but man, I just like them. So even after 50 years of digging, it's still a thrill and excitement to find one of them. Little Owl on the Moon. Well, I remember the first ones of them I found back in the 70s. I'd get home from school and I had this little coal miners dump close to where I grew up at in Court Camp, actually Schramm City, Illinois. And man, I'd find one of them things and I just thought it was the best thing ever. It was so cool. So, all right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and dig a little bit. There was a bottle that fell down in the hole here. Get that out. So that one is just a little food bottle. It's like a Heinz though, yeah. H.J. Heinz Company, number 37. Hand blown. I call them horseradish bottles. But that's a nice one. You can tell the unique shape of that. But it was a nice embossed on the shot on the bottom, H.J. Heinz Co. All right, and I'm going to go up in here and we'll just dig a little bit. I'm clearing this back before I cut this big root up in here. There's a couple bottles showing. Oh, there's another food. That was one of them big olive bottles, as you can see. There's no name on it. Oh, in fact, it's cracked too, so much for that one. And there's another little bottle. No, that one's got a hole in the bottom. Wah. Little hand-blown medicine, amber. All right. Got the roots. I gotta grab the root cutters here. Cut a couple of these. Be able to see a little better. Roots cut there. Like I said, these trees were probably going to be killing them anyway, so I don't care about hackberry trees. I'm going to try to save that little elm there. And you can see that's the bottom of the dump right here. Where that hard packed clay is right here. That's it. There's nothing else down in there. You can dig to China. You ain't going to find nothing there. Well, I don't know. You might find some cool rocks somewhere, but you ain't going to find no more bottles. There's that yellowware. See, we were hitting pieces of that yellowware in there. That's really old stuff there. It was a banded chamber pot. So that's quite a bit older. So they're throwing away some stuff that looks like out of a cellar or a basement. I'm hoping we score something really cool here. But, oh, there's a couple more bottles. But the bottles all seem to be about the same age, you know, after turn of the century. There's a couple. There's a hand-blown medicine bottle, unembossed. And on that one. And a little half-pint whiskey flask. You can see. All right. 1912 or so. There, we'll take them. Fun digging bottles. There's a lot more bottles starting to show up in here than there was over in the other part. There's another little half-pint flask. These are all purple. You have to keep Paul on them. Paul's a specialist. We're going to start leaving a bunch of them out in the sun. Oh, there's an amber beer. Come on. It is embossed. I've got something on it. Schoenhofen Brewing Company, Chicago. Well, that's hand-blown. You see? Schoenhofen. Boy, it's a lot of beers, fruit jars, whiskeys. Oh, there was a jar. All right. Talking about jars. Special made to order here. What's this one? This one just says Mason. Yep, that's all it says on it. It's Mason, but it's all there. So that's good. It's full of dirt, so just make sure they didn't throw something away in there. We always check these because you never know, inside of them there could be something. I don't see nothing in here, but anyway, mason jar. And I'm going to grab the smaller shovel. A little better for digging. Lots of metal stuff, of course. Alright, come on, jars. I like seeing them jars. It's fun. There was a jar lid liner. See, that one's what's left of it. The zinc's all gone. Well, that's a beautiful day. It's pretty hot today. It's about 90 degrees. It's really humid, but on the side we wanted to come up. Oh, there's a... I must save this. It's broken. It's a great Dr. Kilmer swamp root, kidney, liver, and bladder remedy. But it's a good example of, like, if somebody's doing like a art project, they can maybe use that panel, you know, in something. So we'll save that. Somebody might want that. We're not trying to make money on that. Just somebody send us money for postage. If I send that kind of stuff to you, so let us know. Comments. Oh, there's a bottle. Hello, what are you? Hey, it's embossed. All right. And it's hand blown. It's a Listerine. Lambert Pharmaceutical Company. One of the first Listerine bottles. Yep, hand blown. And the way you can tell, there's two ways, okay, on the first Listerines. First of all, it's hand blown. Look at the mold seam on the side of the neck. Okay, it'll fade out before it gets to the lip. The second way you can tell the first Listerine bottles is on the bottom. And it's got a letter N with an O around it. And that stands for Ober Nestor Glass Company out of East St. Louis. That's the company that made these Listerine bottles in the 1890s and early 1900. And the Listerine, Lambert Pharmaceutical Company, who came up with Listerine, named after Joseph Lister, they were out of St. Louis. So, all right, it's a nice find. Sweet. And a lot of guys are probably saying, "Oh boy, Listerine." Well, hey, you get 20 bucks a piece for them, and $20 bills add up, you know, and it's just cool. Kind of fun finding something like that. And blowing old bottles. I never get tired of it. Hey, there's another little drugstore bottle. No name on it, but it's got the measurements. Oh, be quiet. The crows are laughing at me now. Hear them? Alright. Okay, well, I think I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to cut that root. I'm going to have to get a little bit farther up the hill here. So, well, we want to thank you for watching. We're gonna keep on digging here. I'm gonna go up and check on Shelley, see how the little fire's going. May have a little wiener roast or something. But anyway, there's an olive bottle, wide mouth, 1915, 1918 era. So. All right, here we go.
Did it again.
All right, here we sit beside the fire. Now, oh, we need some marshmallows. Yeah, she got my chair because it's more comfortable, you see. But anyway, she got a nice little fire. We've got all kinds of sticks and stuff we got to burn off here, so that's what Shelley wanted to build a little fire. So I thought I'd show that. And take a little break. Had to come up and get some Gatorade. So
all we need is a trampoline in our tent.
Yeah.
That's good for your back. That's why this chair's so good for my back. It's the way it.
Oh yeah.
Don't sit.
Here we are. It's 90 degrees out, humid, sweating, and we got a fire going. Ain't that?
I think it's good for your sinuses. Breathe in that heat. Nothing like the heat off a fire. But
yeah.
We got a lot of sticks to burn.
Man, that's getting hot. Whoa. Yow! That's real hot.
My hottie. It's
Woo.
hot.
Well, hottie now. All right, I got to cut this big root here, so got our handy little steel saw, all oiled, chain lubricated. Let's see what we can do here. This thing cuts good. Whew. Man, isn't that something? Look at that. Just like that. We got that thing cut out of there. Well, we kept all the little small ones down in here. But That's how you cut a root. Okay, I got the big root cut out of the way, and a few other little minions. And I've been shoveling a little bit of this out, and there was a little cone ink down in here. Just came out of there. Sanford's 24 on the bottom. That's a little nice cone ink from 1912, 1916 era. I'll set that one aside here. And there's a bottle sticking out of the roots there, and I actually can see some embossing on it. Not sure what it is. Maybe somebody can tell me right now. But anyway, let's get that out of there. Stuck in some roots, but it's a big one. Oh yeah, what is that thing? Let me see what it says here. Boom, boom, drum roll, please. Oh man, I just love it. Old medicines. Yeah, my eyes ain't focusing real clearly on it. Got to get some dirt off of it here. I apologize. All right, hey, that's a good one. Vans Mexican Hair Restorative. All right. Manufactured only by the Mexican Medicine Company, Chicago, USA. All right. Still got some stuff in it. Look at that. Cork. Nice hand-blown bottle. Man, about 9 inches tall. Yeah. I've only dug a couple of them. That's actually a pretty scarce bottle. Vans Mexican Hair Restorative. Cool. Man, that's sweet. Yeah, pile's starting to grow here a little bit anyway. That's awesome. Let's see if there's anything else up in there. I didn't see anything else. Just happened to see that one in the roots. Now there's a little, some kind of a lid to something. There's a spoon. Actually a fork. A little brass. Probably nickel plated originally or silver plated, worn off. All right, well, I'm going to set the camera up, chop into that stuff. Let me see if I can get it at a good angle out of the way here. All right, as I set this up, bear with me here a moment. See if I can get this to where it'll show where we're at here. Point my little shovel right about in the zone here. Bring her down right about in there. Okay, let's chop into that right where that Mexican Hair Restorative came out. Seems to be a good trashy area right in there. Tell you what, I'm going to cut a couple of them roots out of there where you can see a little bit better. That fell out of the bottle. A little slick. For the small roots, I just use one of these shears. They work real good. Everybody's got their own ways. This is the Digger Dave method here. All right. Something up in here. Oh, that's broken. Oh, it was three-sided. It was unembossed. It was probably one of them three-sided sewing machine oil bottles. All right, now let's get down to business here. Knock a little bit of the top in. And there's a broken jug or crock. Oh, look at that salt glaze. Man, that was an old one. Yep, there's some old stuff right in this spot. Get a couple of surprises out there. We're real close to bottom there though, but the hard stuff there is the bottom. It's tapering going up the hill, kind of on the edge of the dump here, on the shallowest areas. But there's still good bottles in there. Good stuff. Still coming out. See what else there might be. There's a little whiskey flask. There's a pint one there. Pint pre-prohibition whiskey flask. Bunch of old buckets. There's a big old amber bottle. Jar of some kind. Not a lot of bottles though. Not compared to some of the other places in this dump, but there's enough. And we gotta get them. There's a little bitty one. Let's see what that one is. That's a little slick, not hand blown, a little clear bottle. A little medicine some kind. Got another root, gonna have to get that one out of the way. Fruit jar lid. Oh, there was an old one. There's the lid for that Hero jar we hit earlier. See the Hero cross? That was actually the lid. I don't know if we can salvage it, but we're going to try. Put it with that jar. That's pretty neat. Got the Hero Cross jar and Hero Cross lid from the 1880s. That was a big old chemical bottle. So while we find one in here. Alright, let's keep it going. It's getting late. Probably going to get dark on us, but we're going to dig as long as we can. We didn't get here till real late, so I'm going to dig as long as we can. Hand blown slick. Got measurements on it. Got it like a big old barrel hoop or wire hoops or something here. No marbles, isn't that something? Everybody else digs marbles. I don't know. It's just strange. I wonder if the kids around here played with them or not. Well, they must have sure saved them. They went to the dump every day to try to find new marbles. Beats me, but we sure don't find them. Alright, well, I'm going to have to clear away some more here. But, oh, there's another lid. There's a little bottle. There's another old lid. I don't know which one it is, but it's got embossing on it. We'll have to look at that. A little hand-blown jar. It says Wyeth on the bottom. So, alright. I'm going to cut these roots. It looks like it's going to rain. It's kind of clouding up here, so. Alright. Alright. More bottles sticking out there. Been pulling a few out here. The Slick, well, it's another one of them battling company on the bottom. So they may have been addicted to morphine, because that's what those were. And there's some kind of a cosmetic bottle or cologne. Got some kind of stuff in it. Found a few other little things here. Slick whiskeys. Big quart cylinder here. And there's a big wide mouth food bottle. Pickles or olives. Hand blown. Alright, a few other things. There's a couple sticking out in here. It's getting real dark, so I don't know how much longer this is going to show. Now that one's slick. And that one also is a slick. Got an odd, probably a wine bottle, I guess. I don't know. Got a crown top, hand blown. Huh, well, that's different. Keep that one. Get right into that. See if there's anything else in there. Oh, still can. Shelley's taking care of the fire up there. Burning some stuff, sticks and things. Broken one. Not sure what that was. Looked like a beer. That was a slick. Oh, I'm doing good. You doing okay up there?
And it shows like they got a loan on this house, how much it was for,
Oh, yeah. There's a big Liquizone, Chicago. Hold on, Shelley's talking to me. I'll just show these real quick. Take a break. Here's a couple more little ones. Fell in here. All right, honey, I'll be right with you. Okay. Some kind of little salve jar. There's a little medicine. A couple more here. Okay. All right, I took a break here. About a half hour. Did some mowing. Just hung out with Shelley a little bit up there. She's hurt her back. That's why you're not seeing much of her down here. Her back's hurt a little bit, so we're gonna finish out a little bit more digging here. It's getting dark, so. Oh, there's a pickle. All right, nice old clear hand blown pickle. That'll turn amethyst. Yeah, I like those. There's something there. I like digging from the bottom up. You know, get the very bottom of the dump, kind of knock it in. That's a soda. Well, good. Oh, it's got the top broke on it. Oh well. Clinton Bottling Works, make a glass out of it or something. Afraid not going to be able to be seeing much more. Might not even be able to see this. Let's see. Spotted some raspberries over there a while ago when I was mowing. I want to get those. There's something up in there. Looks like maybe a jar or something. Let's see if I can show that up in there. Might not be able to see it. I got my tripod on here and you can't see very good, but right up in here there's a fruit jar. So anyway, I got to put the camera back here. Maybe you can see it, maybe you can't, but it's there. All right, that stuff's not going to come out. And the roots up above it. Iron there. Obstacles. Obstacles in the way here. Alright, there it comes. Whoa! Well, it's not a fruit jar, it's a bottle. Wow, that's a cool looking thing. Look at that. That's got to be some kind of bitters, don't you think? There's no name on it. At least I don't see yet. Wow, it's hand blown though. Well, that's a real cool shaped bottle. Not sure what to think of that. I thought it was a fruit jar and a bottle stuck in it. Well, that sure is different. I don't know if I ever seen one like that. Similar to Arp Kyle stomach bitters. Still Arp, but shaped different. That's really strange. All right, well that's cool. All right, let's go up there and see if there's anything else in there. Yeah, I thought it was a fruit jar, like a ball mason or something with a bottle sticking out of it. All right. See something else up in there. It's all conglomerated in. I gotta get some of this metal stuff out of the way here. There's a little bottle down in there. A couple of them maybe. There's a little shoe polish bottle, and there's a little medicine. Got the top chipped on it, so out it goes. Okay, here comes that pot. Maybe there's something inside of it. Sometimes there's bottles in these. Oh, there's one. There was a bottle. Oh, and it's embossed. How about that? Peroxide of hydrogen, I believe it says. Old hand blown one, though, isn't it? Peroxide of hydrogen. All right, that's a keeper. Get that bucket out of here. There's a broken bottle. That's one of them Peoria. It says Peoria on the bottom of it. No, there's one coming out of there. Yeah, a little Whittemer Boston French gloss. Little hand-blown bottle, aqua. Keep that one. There's a little dried beef glass. Let's keep it rolling. As long as we can still see, there's a little sunshine coming through them trees there. Hopefully there's enough. Oh, there's a glass to one of them John Wyeth time dose bottles. Maybe the bottle's somewhere nearby. Yeah, look at that. This cup holds a heaping spoonful or something like that. Yeah, all right. It's got the timed hours of the day on that. Corresponds with the line on the neck of the bottle. And it would say take next dose at on the bottle, and then this cap was set over the cork on the bottle. You use it as a dose cup, and it would tell you what hour to turn to. So you see them numbers on there. It corresponds to the hours of the day. So all right. So let's hope there's a bottle somewhere in there. A lot of times you'll find one, then you find the other one. Oh, and I see a jug sticking out in there. But it is broken, I believe. Can't tell, but it looks like it's broke. Shelley found the jug earlier. Right on the bottom of the dump there. Iron stuff. You never know, there might be one more bottle down there. There's a bottle. Hey, all right. It's medicine. Ayers sarsaparilla. Huh. It don't say compound extract. That's different. Get away, mosquito. Look at that. Sorry. Killing living beings here on this channel. All right. Lowell, Mass. Ayers sarsaparilla. Hand blown. Nice one. Yeah. Cool. Well, let's keep it going. About that jug. It's a good little trash spot right in here all of a sudden. I hope that's going to get better as we get close to the top of the hill. I'm kind of hoping it'll turn into a little thicker layer. So we shall see. Anyway, there's a milk glass bottle there. It's slick. Uh-oh, I think our battery's gone dead.